Hello and welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jenn. How is everyone? This has been quite a week. I mean, it is a week that just would not stop. We've been talking about the astrology for a little bit we knew February was going to be hitting us hard, and it absolutely did. It hit me this week, and it just it started on Monday, and even all the way into yesterday evening, it just did not stop. And so I've spent a lot of time this morning just kind of really thinking about, what I wanted to talk about today, the direction I wanted this, whole reading to go. I am actually not going to be pulling cards from tarot today. I've got a different plan. I'm going to be talking a lot about the astrology that has been happening and that is happening right now. And then I'm going to be pulling cards from my Moonology. Oops. And I will probably pull cards from this Tree of Life Oracle as well. This is connected to tarot, so there will be some tarot elements in that, but I'm just taking a different direction just based off of what I've experienced this week. All right, so before we get started, let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths together, and then we'll do the invocation to call in the spirit team. All right, so if you'll close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in my angels, archangels, ascended masters, my higher self, and guardian angels to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. So be it. All right. So I do have some angel numbers that I wanted to go over because I've been getting messages all over the place just the last few days. And so there's been some numbers that have been pretty loud with pretty clear messages. So we'll just start there. So the numbers that I've been seeing are 1148, 184, 2112, and 1010. All right, so for 1148, the message of 1148 is you are one of your own greatest assets. Focus on healing and self-care. So, you need to really realize, the value that you have, what you have to offer, to your own life. You are your greatest asset. I think a lot of times we do tend to look outside of ourselves, for that help, for that support. And we forget that we have a whole lot, that is inside of us already. Angel number 184, be brave, follow your passions, and stay true to yourself. So, still a lot of focus on the self, what you have inside of yourself. Angel number 2112, happiness is found when you let go of what no longer serves you. So we are in a full moon energy today. So today is about releasing the things that no longer serve you. 2112 also carries the attributes of intuition, achievement, motivation, self-reliance, and tenacity. You have to rely on these virtues and embrace it to be the best. So, we have a lot of support in this energy right now as well with, the intuition and that drive for achievement and the motivation. And then the angel number 1010 is aligned with success, joy, love, and abundance. Now that one, I have literally been seeing that just all over the place. That one probably for the past couple of weeks. I usually see 1010 as a sign of completion. You've completed something, you're on to the next level of something. Your angels are helping bring in your manifestations. It is renewal. It is unlocking life purpose through personal growth and self-love. And so if you were able to watch the Galentine's event that I did on Thursday with the SRT certified readers, we talked a lot about the astrology that's happening right now and how it is really that Chiron has been affected, and is, that deep healing, the deep wounds, the trauma from your past, all of that is getting brought up to be worked through right now. And so it is that renewal, and it's unlocking the life purpose and your mission, but you've got to get through it before you can get to that other side. All right, so the biggest part of the message that I was going to be talking about today was the astrology that I was talking about with Angie O. She's one of the certified readers as well. I was talking about this with her last night. She helped me to see this in such a new way, and I just want to share this because it just, for me. So we just moved into Pisces, and so I've got these astrology cards. So we just moved into this Pisces season on February 19th. And I am a Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun and a Pisces rising. My birthday is March 11th. So I've got just a couple weeks before my birthday. So I should be feeling really, really good right now. But I'm going to tell you, the energies that I've been experiencing the past couple of weeks is not feeling good for me at all. And so I'm just questioning every move I'm making right now, because it feels like no matter what I'm doing, it's wrong, or it's wrong in somebody else's eyes. Even, it's not necessarily wrong for me. It just feels like other people are taking me all the wrong way, no matter what I'm doing right now. And so I'm very much self-reflecting about why is this happening? And so she helped me to see this, and I hope that you get something out of this too. So again, we've just moved into Pisces, and so that means that the sun is now shining a light onto Pisces. And so I'm going to read through kind of what these energies mean, and then we're going to put all of this together. So we've got the sun. Let's see. Where are you at? Okay. So we've got the sun. The sun is strongly associated with your birthday, the day you came into being, and represents the need to express your sense of self. Other issues involve variations of this, such as self-image, self-esteem, individuality, identity, and personal creativity. Ideas about paternal figures and authority might be indicated if the sun card appears. So, with the sun in Pisces, we're all going to be experiencing that Pisces energy. So the Pisces, whether you're a Pisces or not, but if you are a Pisces, you're absolutely being hit right now. So the Pisces energy, it is water, it's mutable. The key phrase is I believe, and Pisces goes from February 19th to March 20th. This is the intuitive energy of water flows and flows and flows through the changeableness of the mutable quality. There's a creativity and psychic insights available, probably hidden in plain sight. The key phrase, I believe, means that you do believe that the answers are out there, and that you, by paying attention as only you can, will find them. In this situation, ask, how can I tap into the compassionate heart of the universe? Listen and see with your heart. Pisces energy is very aware of the unseen currents of the world, including the emotions of others. This can be overwhelming. Employ simple energetic protection techniques and avoid destructive escapism. So, the high vibration side of Pisces is that compassionate heart, the love for everybody. But then the low vibe is that escapism, and just not being able to have the good protection and boundaries, from what is other people's, what is their emotions and what is yours. And so that's where you're kind of having to have your balance right now. And we're all being kind of brought into that energy. We are also right now, there are 4 different planets in Pisces. So we've got the Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune, all in Pisces right now. So Neptune is actually a supportive planet to Pisces because it's the ruler of Pisces. So we've got Neptune. Okay. Neptune is associated with Roman god Neptune, who was the ruler of the fresh and salt water of the earth. Neptune is a complex planet governing diverse human drives such as imagination, compassion, and psychic experiences. Bundled with those ideas are issues of sacrifice and obligation. Balancing between giving and resentment can feature large with this card. So, like I said, right here, we've got these two are very supportive energies because Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And then we've got the sun that is illuminating this energy right here. It's really trying to expand that energy. But along with that energy, we have Saturn. Saturn is a much different energy. It is about rules and structure, and it's not as free-flowing as what Pisces likes to be. So let's see, Saturn. Saturn is associated with the Roman god Saturn and sometimes with Father Time. Saturn is often called the hard taskmaker, probably because Saturn pushes us to feel ambition, set and achieve goals, and create secure lives. When we undertake these tasks, we usually learn important lessons through facing challenges. So that's the one thing about Saturn is it's a teacher, and it's that father energy, and your father just wants you to succeed. He wants good things for you. So like he's going to set these rules in place for you. He's going to try to push you and to your very best potential. But that's what Saturn is now doing to Pisces. And Pisces is not really about the structure. They're more free flowing. They want, they're way up here, usually that daydreamer. And so this is really stunting the flow of what all of this other energy is really trying to expand. I'm not able to get these. Okay. And then we have Mercury has also come into this. So Mercury is about communication. And so I'm going to say just combining Mercury and Neptune and just the Pisces energy of that dreaminess. Neptune is just kind of a little bit unclear. And so if your communication is in that unclear place, you're not probably communicating and being heard well with others. That's definitely been my experience this week. So Mercury is associated with the Roman god Mercury, the messenger of the gods and the intermediary between humans and the gods. Mercury is all about the mind, specifically intelligence and communication, the desire to share your ideas and be heard, as well as the yearning for further education, formal or informal, is also Mercury's governance. So we've got very free-flowing energy here, which is this water energy. So we've got a lot of water, which is about your emotions. It's that spiritual, it's the psychic. So I'm going to read that one for you too. The water energy, it's beautiful energy. I love it just, with my own placements. Flowing, cleansing, and healing. The energy of water refreshes and moves gently. Spiritual renewal, forgiveness, the need to connect, to understand, and be understood. Intimacy and creative expression ride the current of water. It can wash away the detritus of life, making everything feel fresh and new. Bring the quality of water to a situation by opening your heart, speaking your truth with kindness and compassion, encouraging connections, expressing forgiveness, and healing wherever and whatever you can. All right, so we've got this beautiful water energy that's trying to kind of cleanse everything, and it's mixing with a lot of this earth energy from Saturn and Mercury. And so the earth energy is not flowing. It's stable and, in place, where, the water's trying to move. This is not going to move. And so you're mixing that, that water and the earth, you're getting muddy. All right. So for the earth, we have stable, secure, and abundant. The energy of the earth nurtures life and promotes long, leisurely pleasures. The things that we need, the things that we want, and the material and temporal things we value are expressed here. The acquiring and distribution of resources is at the center of the earth energy. Bring the quality of earth to a situation through generosity and your material goods, resources, and time. The earth is slow and sure, so take an unhurried, calm approach and avoid sudden or unexpected actions. Create a calm place in the center of the chaotic energy. So, I mean, I feel like that this energy, even though I don't enjoy that, slowing down into this earth energy, I think that it's necessary because it's going to keep you from moving too fast and, possibly missing some things, in the process. Like this is where I'm feeling, Saturn coming in the most. Saturn wants you to succeed. It's like these rules are in place for a reason. They want you to get to your goals. So if you're moving too fast and you're too high up in this energy up here of the dream, that you're not bringing it down into reality. That's what I think, the combination of the water and earth energy is trying to do. It's taking what's up here and bringing it down and grounding it into the earth. But it's got to slow the process enough to bring it out into fruition. All right. So I loved the visualization that she was giving me just when she brought in this deck. And I thought it opened me up so much to understanding so much more about what's really going on in place around us right now with all of the energies that are at play. All right. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Moonology Messages Oracle. All right. I set the intention that all the messages that come out will be for your highest good. I set the intention that any messages that need to be heard will come out in this reading today. I set the intention that anyone who has come across this message will find something in here for them. And I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given all the right words, phrases, and anything needed in order to communicate the message as clearly as possible so that it can be received as it was intended. All right. So if you did not catch that Galentine's event, I do suggest that you go watch it. It had so much information come out. And it was perfect timing for me. Just with everything that I've been going through just for the past couple of months, I needed those connections. I needed that, vibration uplift. And that's what I hope that you're able to get out from it too. All right. So just what guidance do we need right now with the energies that are going on around us with this full moon energy? Accept help. None of us are able to do this completely on our own. None of us. Release blocks. That's what this full moon is about. It's about releasing the things that are holding you back. And abundance. And so that was a lot of the messages with the angel numbers that I was talking about at the beginning is we're clearing out these energies so that we can bring in that abundance that, we've been working towards. All the manifestations are still on the way. It's just we've still got these few things that are in place that need to get out of the way so that it can be at its fullest and highest vibrational timeline. All right. The yin moon, accept help. It's 120. Have you been trying to do everything by yourself? This isn't the answer to your current dilemma. You need to take a softer, possibly more collaborative approach. Maybe you've been too tough on yourself or on someone else. This card comes up when the energies are harsh. Being independent is a great thing, but sometimes we just refuse other people's help for all the wrong reasons. Make sure that you're not guilty of this. There's a sense that you need to accept someone's help in order to get your job done or to get where you want to go. Maybe you just need to ask someone for their advice. Find someone who you know will have a gentle response. In the yin and yang paradigm, yin is very soft like the moon. This isn't the time to push forward unrelentingly, but rather to see how you can soften into a solution. If you've been trying to drive something on or convince someone of something, take this card as a sign to proceed more gently. So, I mean, this is that slowing down. It's that earth energy that's trying to keep you from, like pushing over everything in the way. The next card is the Falling Moon. That's page 42. Something about your situation is blocked. There could be some repressed emotions swirling around your current situation that need to be released. Anger, in particular, could be blocking you now. This is a problem because emotions are like the water as you ride along the river of life. Block your emotions, and it's as though the river has dried up, so you can no longer cruise or drift or even lurch forward. We'd all like a straight answer to our questions, but sometimes that answer is inside you, and you need to release all the rubbish that is blocking that answer from surfacing. This card reminds you to practice self-care and to process your emotions. It's a myth that being strong and silent is healthy. It's healthier to allow yourself to express your emotions. And that may be exactly what you need to do now as a response to your current situation. If you believe that insecurity on your part is currently holding you back from success, this card is a reminder that only you can work on yourself. So I do want to say about the processing your emotions. I mean, I spent so much time this week sobbing in tears, but it felt so good to get that energy out of my system. I mean, that is an energetic release in itself. And so instead of beating yourself up when you're going through those time periods, release that. That is part of the release that you need to be, letting out. Because if you just try to be strong, like, no, it's still in there. And that's going to start building into those other things like resentment, and that's going to start coloring how you see everything outside of yourself. And you're going to start building these stories about what you think is going on, in all of these situations that is probably not true. So that's why you got to keep these, emotions flowing. Okay. And then the last card is the Domicile Moon Abundance. That is page 36. Okay. Expect abundance, an abundance of good things in all shapes and forms. It seems you've found your place in life. You feel at home in your current situation. Or even if you don't quite feel at home yet, good things are coming. With the moon as well placed as she is in this card, an abundance of loveliness must surely follow. Remember that abundance follows your frequency. When you draw this card, it suggests that you've tapped into the right frequency to match whatever it is that you want to achieve. An abundance of good things might include more cash coming into your life, or perhaps an abundance of love or good feelings between you and the person you love or the people you love. If you're worried about your financial situation, this is a reminder that you have what it takes to generate the cash that you want. If you're wondering about moving houses, this card is almost certainly a suggestion to stay where you are for now. If you're asking about a relationship, it appears that you and your beloved are fairly well suited. So, I mean, it's the just knowing that the abundance is on the way, just keeping that you, as long as you have gotten yourself aligned to that vibration, because that's what all of this work is about. It's about aligning you to that reality, to your highest timeline reality. That is where all of your abundance is. And so as long as you're doing the work, you can have that solid confidence that your abundance will come in. All right. I actually do want to pull a couple of cards from the Divine Masters. Just because the energy has been so heavy this week, I would like some guidance from the Masters about just for comfort, honestly, just for comfort. All right. So what masters have messages for us today? All right. Ma'at, divine intervention. Weigh up your options. Choose the highest good. Okay, divine intervention. So I do feel like the first thing that's coming to me is rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. Paul the Venetian, gifted one, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. I feel like that this ties in so well with the Pisces energy that we were talking about earlier, because that is those psychic abilities opening up. All right, so Ma'at, and I'm probably not saying that correctly. That is page 88, in which 88 stands for abundance for me when I see that. Okay. Your message. Before jumping in with both feet, stop for a moment. The message of the universe is to wait. Take some time in reflection before making any rash decisions, particularly if you're feeling emotionally fueled at this time. When emotions are high, they can drive us to make choices that are aligned to selfish needs rather than the highest good. Right now, the scales can tip in a direction that can change everything. So Ma'at is here to help you weigh up your options before you proceed. If you're in a situation that involves another party, it's important to call in more light and harmony. Be open to the highest good unfolding for everyone. Rather than proving your point or focusing on a particular outcome. When we focus our energy to go in a particular direction, we can be interfering in how other things shift as we move into the future. Ask yourself what would be the best possible outcome for everyone, and then invite your higher power to lead you to the highest good. Then you will attract more harmony and more peace. So I was just thinking as I was reading that, like, okay, we're at the full moon. And so full moons are about releasing. This is not a time to be starting new things. It's about letting go of things. And so just this message of just kind of slowing things down. And like that earth energy that's taking we have really big ideas here with Pisces. We're really thinking big, and we want to go places, and we want everyone to go with us. That, earth energy is kind of slowing us down just enough to make sure that we are thinking about what is in the highest good for all, what is in the highest good, for ourselves and, just everyone around us. It's slowing us, like all of those ideas is helping to get them into alignment. So it's frustrating, to have to, slow, because that energy just feels so good that you want to get there, and so that's frustrating, that slowness, but that slowness is going to keep us on the right path. And so if today's the full moon, in 2 weeks we'll have that new moon. New moons are where we're going to be setting those intentions. So you have this next 2 weeks to sort of start thinking about what it is you're going to be setting into place on that new moon energy in 2 weeks. All right, so Paul the Venetian, where is that? 109. Okay. There's a chance that for a long time you have felt misunderstood or like an outsider, probably because somewhere along the way you were discouraged from shining because someone else projected their fears onto you. But hidden deep within, you have gifts that help heal the world, and not only that, can help heal you. When this card comes to you, it's time to drop the shields that have protected your heart, because you aren't going to be hurt anymore. You are being given an opportunity to shine. Know that the inspiration that's streaming through you is divinely guided energy that can help you be the most authentic and aligned version of yourself. So reveal your talents, let others see your abilities. Gifts aren't gifts unless they are shared. Share your gifts and serve, knowing that you are being served in return. So I do think that a lot of us are going to be having a lot of new gifts opening up. You're going to have new opportunities to be using these gifts. And so, like, if we can just kind of slow the mind enough and get the plans in place as to how we need to develop these gifts, how we need to properly use these gifts, because just because I have the ability, like, some people are not ready for some of the messages that I bring, so I've got to make sure that I am tapped in with this energy, that I am mindful that of where that person is too. And I'm making sure that I have their highest good in mind as well as my highest good. Okay, so I'm going to pull this final part from the Tree of Life Oracle. And this is just going to be our guidance. What is our best move forward going into this next week? All right. Okay, so our best move forward going into this week. We have the Soul Triangle, mystical soul-led harmony. The 22nd path, justice, adjustment, karmic adjustment, balance, objectivity. So this matches up with the Justice card, which is the Libra energy. It is balance, but it is also a karmic energy. And then the 11th path, the Fool, leap of faith, freedom, trust. And so we have the 22nd and 11 cards that were in that as well. And those 1122 is one of the numbers that I've been seeing a lot too. But the Fool is about taking a leap of faith. It's new beginnings. This soul-led triangle, I'm not quite sure what that one is. I'm going to have to look at this. The soul-led triangle. Page 40. Okay. A triangle between Geburah, Chesed, and Tippereth, might, mercy, and harmony. Combining these forces to find a way through may not always be easy, but will produce soul growth. As the soul grows, the seas calm and problems are handled with ease. You're in the worlds of mystical connections here, the worlds of the lords of karma and the lords of peace, of your holy guardian angel. These forces are presenting you with a choice, a way forward that is soul-led. It may not be easy, but you'll know what must be done. Maintaining a sense of magic in your life isn't easy, and here you're reminded to check in with the world around you for your happenstance. Guidance that appears in your life and makes you smile as you recognize the guides and masters that are walking with you. You could become aware of a harsh reality, a gentle nudge, the calm before the storm, or any other combination that the might and the mercy of the universe as you make your way through the energy of this card. You and you alone must decide what energy is needed, where, and when. Silent contemplation could help you hear the voice of your soul. The uncomfortable truth that sit in your body won't go away until they are recognized and acted upon. So I do think that this is all of those triggers. I think that that's the triggers that keep coming up. The reason why those things are showing up is for you to finally look at it, process it, heal it, so that you can release it. And so that talked a lot about the it's a karmic. We are in a karmic situation. This card brings in that karmic path as well. And it's the Justice card. The Justice card it's really talking about the choices that you make. So you're creating your own reality every single day by the choices that you make, whether you like it or not. And your choice of not deciding is still a choice. And so, that is your personal power, is the choices that you make. And so if you want a different tomorrow, you've got to start making choices that are different from what you were making yesterday, because your choices that you made yesterday are what created your today. So if you didn't like what you were having today, you've got to start looking at, well, what was I doing yesterday that got me to this place? And so that's where we're at right now. We're looking at all of those things. And that's absolutely the energy that I've been in the whole week. It's just, I've been thinking about every decision that I've made probably for the last year. Like, and just, was this correct? Was this in the best interest for everybody around me? You know, was it just for me? So that message is very loud about just kind of reassessing, you know, all that you've been through, making sure. One of the things that came to me early this morning was, it is a time of making sure that this is really what you want. This is your last moment before we move over into this next energy of the Fool. It's making sure that this is really what you want. That's what this is about. That's what this whole, all these lessons, I believe that Saturn is trying to teach us right now with this, in this Pisces energy, is making sure that this is the path that you really want to go on. All right, so I'm going to stop there. I hope that you guys have an amazing week. If you have found value in this video, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time I post a new video. I do weekly videos right now, and they're usually these lives on Saturdays. I would also appreciate it if you would comment, like, and share. That helps tell the algorithm to keep pushing this out. It helps build my channel, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, so I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.